Hello, good morning. My name is Sandra Esenamapen and I'm here for business. Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, Carlos Ahenkra, has called for calm among retailers in the country. Currently, that's always this issue with them about foreign retailers having issues with Ghanaian retailers in the Ghanaian market. So the ministry is saying that they have indicated that they have met with the trade ministry and they are developing a diplomatic strategy to deal with the influx of foreigners.
The full implementation of the Trade Facilitation Agreement is expected to reduce members' trade costs by an average of 14.3%, with developing countries having the most to gain. Ghana in January 27 ratified the WTO Trade Facilitation Agreement, making it the 104th country to ratify. Secretary General for the International Chamber of Commerce Ghana, Emmanuel Donikwame, explained that although the implementation of the paperless system at the ports has moved Ghana a step closer in achieving full implementation, there is still more to be done.
One is the one on Article 1, publication, notification, and having in place an inquiry points where people can have access to information on new tariffs, new duties, information.
Foreign retail traders, of course, it's a very sad situation, if you ask me, because today many of our local traders are either falling off or having their capital eroded when it comes to their trading power. And for me, I think that it is quite interesting to note that this ministry is taking this situation very seriously. And very soon we are going to come up with a few guidelines here and there. But otherwise, I would say that we're still enjoying this calm, which has come after a very long tussle with this trader, especially our brothers from Nigeria, who invoked the ECOWAS agreement that put us all together, that is supposed to not discriminate amongst member states or citizens of member states. But beyond that, we have to understand that the people who are coming in here to trade would have to abide by the laws of this country governing trade. And that is where I think we should all start looking to see how we can assist our own in the marketplaces and also ensure that the situation is not even aggravated further. But that notwithstanding, I can also say, without mincing words, that the ministry is seriously challenged when it comes to, people taking the law into their own hands to go forward and do what is not appropriate. So we would ask that our locals or our local traders exercise the maximum restraint, and let us see how we can use administrative and diplomatic ways to solve this problem.
The International Chamber of Commerce Ghana says Ghana is on track to begin the full implementation of the Trade Facilitation Agreement. The World Trade Organization deal has the potential to increase global merchandise exports by up to $1 trillion.
The full implementation of the Trade Facilitation Agreement is expected to reduce members' trade costs by an average of 14.3%, with developing countries having the most to gain. Ghana in January 27 ratified the WTO Trade Facilitation Agreement, making it the 104th country to ratify. Secretary General for the International Chamber of Commerce Ghana, Emmanuel Donikwame, explained that although the implementation of the paperless system at the ports has moved Ghana a step closer in achieving full implementation, there is still more to be done.
One is the one on Article 1, publication, notification, and having in place an inquiry points where people can have access to information on new tariffs, new duties, information on new laws, that tend to affect their business. And then Article 3, that one has to do with advance ruling. And then Article 7, that's where I believe we made some progress with the paperless system at the ports. And then issues of risk management, which we have our donor partners, our development partners assisting customs and the Ministry of Trade.
Chief Revenue Officer of the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Fenchina Koto, also assured that the Customs Division will play its part in pushing for the full implementation of the facilitation agreement.
We are thinking of putting it in our strategic plan. You know, customs, we have a 3-year strategic plan. We are here to roll out a new strategic plan. Once the plan is there, then it becomes a project, and then financing will be provided for all activities that will have to be carried out for that cooperation to be undertaken. So we'll have to bring it to the attention of our top management and then to the government and see how best we can do that.
The Trade Facilitation Agreement is the first multilateral trade agreement to come into force in over 2 decades and aims to make trade easier and simpler. For Joy Business, Karen Dodu.
Let's do other stories now. And the Ghana Microfinance Institutions Network has cautioned against over-formalization of the microfinance sector as the Bank of Ghana works on reforms. According to the Executive Director, Yao Jimfi, very stringent structures and requirements could exclude genuine firms and affect the financial inclusion agenda.
Already we have people who are discouraged in the sense that I've tasted financial services before, and today the services I'm getting, I don't like it. That is why this idea of panic withdrawal, it will be difficult for us to deal with, because some people feel I'm not getting a better treatment from my MFI or from my bank, so let me just go and take my money. Now again, if you look at the statistics on Ghana, we have about 42% of our populace that do not have any access to any form of financial services at all. And so I'm thinking at the lower level, at the village community level and those areas, these institutions are there to support people to get a sense of what financial services is like. And then when they grow, then they can join commercial bank or bigger institutions. So I don't anticipate that we should cream off every microfinance. At the end of the day, if we get all of them off, then what happens to the lower level? Because to be honest with you, if commercial bank have done a great job by making sure they serve everybody in Ghana, we wouldn't have had microfinance in the space. But every time we recreate some of these structures, we left spaces for others to come in. What I anticipate we also will not want to see is that people will be hiding underground doing the business. So if we are not careful and then we over-formalize these financial institutions, everybody, then at some point we'll have a number of them going underground and then doing the business. And they become the Ponzi schemes that we want to run away from.
All right, so that's all for business this morning with me, Sandra Esinamapene. Do log on to myjoyonline.com/business for more business updates. Coming up next, we have sports with George Addo Jr. And you know what happened yesterday in the Champions League? Liverpool did the magic. Stay tuned for more.